how are you doing? I don't know how you're doing. You don't tell me how you're doing. Oh, well. Anyhow, so I have 3 lights, and I'm counting down to what? I'm sure you know by now. I'm sure I've talked about it many times. Anyhow, I wanted to share something with you that I saw, and reminded me about a vlog I was thinking of doing. This was back before I had to stop vlogging for a while. Anyhow, so it was about I don't know what age, I don't know, maybe a 18 to 21-year-old guy says, I always hear about people would say, back in the day, they drank out of the garden hose. Then he says, so what's the deal with that? Didn't you have a sink in your house? Just like that, he said it right. I thought, how funny, right? Obviously, well, maybe not. I was going to say, obviously, he was being sarcastic, but who knows? Maybe he really thought there were no sinks. It wasn't that far back when people did. I sadly couldn't. My mom was so overprotective. Holy cow, if I drank out of a garden hose, oh no. But anyhow, yes, kids did eat, drink out of a garden hose. Kids played outside. Kids played in the dirt. We drove in cars with no seatbelts. We sat in the back of a station wagon. We jaywalked. Let's think. Well, when I say we, I'm probably not included in most of these because my mom was so overprotected. But do you remember things that you did when you were little that kids don't do nowadays? Because you know why? They're glued to some kind of electronic device. I think that's awful. They can't enjoy what life has to offer. Of course, we live in a terrible world where, it's not safe to do that, but you don't see, like, I don't know, I'm not in that age group, but, I hear of other people with their grandchildren. I don't hear anymore. Like, my first marriage, we had a beautiful, oh, what a beautiful swing set in I don't know what they call it. You climb up it, and then you hang from bars to cross it, and then you go down, like, it's almost like 3 ladders, 2 at each end going up and 1 across. I don't know how you call it. Then we had this thing you sit on, goes round and round. Then we had was it seesaw or teeter-totter? I don't know. I don't know the difference. But anyhow, we had that for our kids. I don't really hear people talking about that because they're either busy running their kids around to everything that it's way too much. Way too much. I remember even when I brought my kids to dance classes, there were people that come to recitals with, like, clothing racks. Their kids were doing 12 classes plus doing sports and stuff at school. Personally, I think that's awful. Kids should be kids. Yeah, maybe they like it, but you know what? I don't think there's no family time. Well, you could argue, well, was there family time when the kids were out? Did you ever hear the phrase, come home before the streetlights come on? Or come home when the streetlights come on, depending where you live. Isn't it funny how things are different? I miss those times. I also miss that now you can't just have the kids. Well, we don't have those kind of streets anymore. We have streetlights and all, but it's not like that anymore. And that's sad. It's sad what's happened to our world. But I enjoyed those times, They talk about they were hard times. Oh, yeah. What's the other one about? When I was little, I had to walk in snow up to my, I don't know, knees, waist, I think, up to my waist with no boots on. You kids have it lucky. You have a school bus. Do you remember any of these phrases or things that you did? And then also, I had heard somewhere else, they said, on TV, they said, on the news, they said, it's 10 o'clock now. Do you know where your children are? So I looked it up. I Googled it. And I guess they really did. I didn't look what year. I don't remember anything like that. But I sure wouldn't have been outside at 10 o'clock. Probably other kids were, even in summer. Well, my mom was just the way she was. I'm not saying nothing bad, just the way she was. But can you think of any things you did then that kids would never think of now? Like drinking out of a garden hose. Like someone said, Why would you go inside, track dirt in that you have to sweep up, use a cup that gets dirty, then you'll have to wash it, and on and on and on. You can make a whole book about that, right? Those were the good old days, weren't they? I always say I wish I could go back to those good old days. There's a story, but I'll tell another vlog because I don't know, maybe you guys don't like the long vlogs when I talk, so I'm going to make them short, but I'll tell you another story another day. But if you want to comment below. What kind of things did you do back in the day that kids don't do now? But for now, please subscribe, like, be kind to people you don't know what they're going through. Pay it forward if you can. Be the reason someone smiles today. Thanks for watching. Hugs to you all.